All right, Broncos country. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I apologize. I'm a little bit late getting this out, so I thought I would go ahead and live stream this. So if you have a chance to see this, let me know your thoughts on Audric Estime in the comments. Going to be breaking down some more of his receiving ability. I have parts 1 and 2 linked in the description if you haven't seen those, but I put in the thumbnail, Alvin Kamara 2.0, okay? Now, that might sound a little far-fetched because I talk about Audric Estime, more of that Latavius Murray type of mold of traditional Saints running backs, but I think he's a better pass catcher than Latavius Murray, and he truly has that 3-down skill set that Alvin Kamara had. Granted, Alvin Kamara has some more home run speed, but outside of that, Audric Estime is one of those guys that can be a workhorse for the Broncos. I don't know if he'll be utilized that way, but I don't think anybody expected Alvin Kamara to be used that way when he was first picked by the Saints, and then you saw him break out his rookie year, right? So let's go ahead and get to the film. Got like 5 plays for y'all, and I think you will enjoy this. So let me go ahead and transition over here. We'll get my marker ready, and hopefully all this stuff looks okay doing this live. Let's go ahead and get to it, shall we? So let's go to 1335 here. This is going to be catching a check down, and he has hands that are about 10.5-inch hands. Like, those are massive hands, a lot bigger than probably multiple former presidents we've had. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get to it. You'll see Audric Estime over here in the backfield, and you'll watch him catch this check down here. So we'll run it full speed, and then we'll go back and take a look at this. Getting upfield, say that's like a 3-yard gain, right? Okay, this isn't something that will make a highlight reel. It will make my film rooms because I want to highlight how natural I thought that he looked and comfortable catching these passes. I think he caught 4 balls in this game. Didn't receive a lot of receiving work at Notre Dame, but you can see here, runs out into the flat on this check down route really well. And I love to see, again, this is stuff that with having a 5th round draft capital, you don't want to see a guy like this body catching anything like that. He brings it in with his hands and immediately turns upfield, secures the ball, all that. Like, to me, it looks like he's foundationally sound when it comes to all this. But let's go ahead and take a look at this second angle here. Smart enough and aware enough to not run into this offensive line battle right here. Catches it, doesn't stop, anything like that, continues moving forward, watches the ball in, and credit to Sam Hartman for throwing an accurate check down. Again, that's something that is overlooked so often with quarterback play, is the ability to throw a check down or a screen pass or a flat route really well, really accurate, to where you're not stunning the momentum of the receiver. This is what I expect Bo Nix to do a lot with Audric Estime. Now, let's see a big gain here, because he can also break off some big plays like Alvin Kamara. I know that might sound like a crazy comp to you guys in some ways, and it kind of is, but it's fun. It's fun. This is hype season. This is July. It's hype season, okay? See him here in the gun. Watch what he does here. Again, runs that flat really well, and he can get the yak, baby. I love that. And I think he moves really well for as big as he is. Looks like a fluid, comfortable pass catcher. And look, he jumps and immediately finds his footing. We saw in parts 1 and 2 the fantastic contact balance that he has. This shows you that he can catch a pass. Again, his 10.5-inch hands are a huge asset here because he can catch passes that aren't the most accurate. Like, he has the ability to do that. Jumps up, catches, stays in bounds, and almost scores a touchdown there. Like, I love this play. This was one of my favorite plays throughout going through this film. And let's check out one more pass catch, and then I got 2 runs for you guys. 29:03. I'll get to, if you guys leave a comment, I'll be able to see it after I get through these plays. Catches this check down on this little curl route. Now you might be asking, Dave, why did this stick out to you? Well, this shows that he can catch in traffic. He can catch with coverage right on him. He can take a hit while also bringing in a pass. Again, somebody who has a big enough body and frame to absorb contact, not only in the run, but also in the passing game. Like, understands that he's about to get hit when he takes this. And again, he's somebody that needs 2-3 guys in order to bring him down most of the time. I haven't seen any of Estime like running out into the slot like we might see with Alvin Kamara or anything like that. Okay, doesn't run any of those advanced routes for a running back. But I think with what you want a running back to be able to do, receiving out of the backfield, he can do that. And what I love is that when Audric Estimé is in the game, it is not a straight up tell of what we're going to be doing. Jaleel McLaughlin was kind of a tell last year on what we were going to be doing when he was in there. I'm hoping that we mix things up a little bit more this year during his sophomore campaign. But Blake Watson, Audric Estimé, Javonte Williams, these are all guys that you're not exactly telling the defense what you're automatically doing just by having them out there in the package. So let's go ahead and take a look at some other runs that I charted here in the second half that I thought were really, really nice. Another run to the outside. And he's not just a guy that's just going to run up the middle and not break or not break out long runs. He has a great ability to make the first guy miss. Shows great patience here getting outside. And then you see him turn up that extra gear. Significant large run here against a good Clemson defense. Shows patience. He's not, this is something that we've had to work with Javonte on, is just like not just running in the guys behind you sometimes. Shows patience. Allowing those blocks to get set up. Allowing those guys to be taken care of by the left tackle and the left guard so you can bounce this thing outside. Great blocking here from Notre Dame. And having guys like Cortland Sutton, Devon Vele out there from the wide receiver position. What I'm hoping is that we see Lucas Kroll develop this, but Adam Troutman is a serviceable blocker. Atkins as well. We can provide Audric Estimé with some of this competent, solid run blocking. And he can take advantage of it. Let's watch from the end zone angle. See, not the left guard. See, guys, I'm always getting my directions mixed up. Those guys pulled. So you got the right tackle and the right guard, I believe. Have my eyes too focused on Estimé. Oh, is there holding on the play? Oh, well. Get that. All right. Let's take a look at a nice, strong touchdown run. This is one of my favorite things about Audric Estimé is that I think he can definitely be that red zone back for us, right? This is what you want to see him do. We've had trouble scoring from this position so often. Make a guy miss, fall forward. Let's watch it again in the I formation. strong running, always keeping his feet moving, always falling forward, always getting yards after contact. That's what I love about Audric Estime. He doesn't leave anything on the table at all. And Chris Abrams drain, Audric Estime, some very good fifth round picks that I think both of them are going to be getting snaps their rookie year. They're going to play roles their rookie year. That's how I feel about it. So I'll get to some of your comments here, and then I'll wrap this up. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I apologize I'm a little late with this. I had to take care of some exciting Buffs news, which is why I'm a little late. Bruce Flash, is Javonte in risk of being cut? Yes. I don't think anybody's job is safe in the running back room right now. I think, though, I think if there's going to be one running back cut, ideally I'd like to keep all 5 in the room. I just don't think that's probably realistic, but I think not LaMichael P. Ryan. Why am I blanking on his name? That's his brother's name. I think P. Ryan, Samaje, thank you. Samaje P. Ryan is the one in risk of being cut. One, because we can also save more money than if we cut Javonte. I think we can save close to $2.5 million or close to $3 million cutting Samaje, whereas Javonte Williams would be closer to that 1.8, I think, just a little bit under $2 million. And I think because he does have significant draft capital, we want to see what he can do again. And I think he displayed a fine 3-down skill set last year. He can catch the ball fine. But if his explosiveness truly isn't there in training camp, and you see guys like Samaje P. Ryan looking more explosive than him, I think that is possible. That isn't my expectation, though. I think that Samaje is probably the odd man out if they are going to cut somebody out of that room. I think Jaleel McLaughlin's going to be on the roster. I think Blake Watson, my hope is that he is as advertised, and I would expect him to be on the roster, considering we gave him just as much, if not maybe slightly more guaranteed money than Audric Estime. It's a 5th-round pick. And, again, I think Javonte, he's a solid back. You just got to hope that he gets his explosiveness back. Cecil Lammey, Andrew Mason, those guys were saying how they didn't really feel like he was looking that way, at least at OTA's minicamp. Hey, my friend Corey Norman's in here. Notre Dame fan. What's up, Corey? Hope you're doing well, man. Agreed, David. He showed well at Notre Dame for the pass game. Estime is more explosive than people give him credit for. Yeah. And when you look at his 10-yard split, it was an elite 10-yard split. It was just as good as some of the top guys that went in the draft this year. It had a great 10-yard split. I can't remember what it was offhand, but I do know that it was the same as I believe the running back Trey Benson. I think they had pretty much the same 10-yard split. Who cares? Maybe he was running with an injury during the 40 that he ran like a 4.6 or whatever it was, like a 4.58. I can't remember what he ran, but when you look on tape, he looks faster than what people perceive him to be. He's a tank. Mike Allstott, baby. Corey saying, check out his long run against NC State right out the gate. Funny story. He pounded a hot dog during the weather break and ripped off an 80-yard run. Wow. I'll definitely need to look at that. Let me see what other Notre Dame games I have. I got the NC State game, and I also have Louisville, Ohio State. I already did some film on his Ohio State, and then strange. I only have Notre Dame's defense against USC and Pitt. It's strange, like what I can get my hands on and what I don't have access to. But yeah, I'll be doing some more Audric Estime film rooms, trying to stay busy during the dead month of July. I am so ready for preseason. I'm ready to see what these guys can do. And the running back room, it is it's the most wide open position race, I think, on the Denver Broncos right now. Maybe tight end a little bit, but If Lucas Kroll can develop that blocking ability, then I see him totally as a 3-down tight end, but he's not there for us right now yet. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get going. I will have some more videos for you later this week, some more film rooms. I've been going through Devon Vele from Utah. I think you guys are going to be impressed with his route running. I really did like. And taking a look at our other seventh round draft pick, Nick Gargiulo, who I think is going to be playing more left guard here than us for center. So we're taking a look at his left guard tape against the Georgia Bulldogs, which I thought that there were a lot of positives there to take away from that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe if you're a Broncos fan and want to see more of this as time goes on. You guys have a wonderful evening. Go Broncos.